Welcome back to my channel, Handy Bag Crafter. Today I'm going to talk about the Dooney and Bourke Florentine satchel with pockets. So this particular bag, I love this style. Ever since I finally got into Florentine, I decided there's certain bags that I would like from Dooney and Bourke, this being one of them. As I noticed, there was hardly any places to buy them. Dooney and Bourke did not have it on their website, nor did I Love Dooney. Or they did, but I was too late in getting it. So I saw that DooneyandBourke.com had it on sale, so I wanted it so badly. So I went ahead and bought it. I didn't care what color it came in, but I'm really glad that I got it in the red. So this particular Florentine satchel is probably it's a good size. I really like the dimensions and the style of it. Let's go ahead and talk about the bag. Okay, so the pockets I really liked. I like them for a design element. I don't necessarily use them, so they're not for me something that I use, but they are nice and probably 3.5 inches by about 4 inches is probably the size of it. And I like the little snap. You have your magnetic snaps on both sides, and the flap is also lined in the Florentine leather, so that's really nice as well. Magnetic snaps, 2 pockets, and there is a gusset, so it's quite, I don't know if you can see that, so it is kind of deep. I think the reason why I don't use it is because I don't know what I would put inside of it, so that's one other thing. These here are the rolled handles, which are very comfortable to the hand. Also, they are nice. You can also carry them in the crook of your arm. So they also have whip stitching along with the whip stitching that matches on the pockets. You also have contrasting thread stitching, which I kind of like. It kind of gives the red a pop and also the yellow that it's also sewed in. On the bottom you have your purse feet, which I really love. I'm a purse feet kind of girl, and I'm glad that this came with purse feet. Also, I like the reinforcement of the leather that's underneath the purse feet. Here you also see piping. I really like the piping detail. I think it offers another dimension to the bag. You have your fringe tassels on the sides. I'm always afraid of fraying my fringes, so I will probably talk about that on another video, how you can take care of your fringes, or your tassels actually. Also, on the back side, you have a nice zipper pocket on the back. I don't use this as well. I'm not an outside pocket kind of girl, so the bag doesn't necessarily need outside pockets for me. It's kind of nothing that I really need. I do like organization, but I'm not one to use the outside pockets to get into things or to hold my things. This pocket is probably a good size. It's probably the width of the zipper, and it goes probably just another 4.5 inches down on the bag. You have your Dooney and Bourke logo. Nice brass hardware, and they feel really sturdy. So you have your hardware. Braided zipper pull. Also a braided zipper pull on the main compartment of the bag. And I really just like the way it zips, and it's very smooth and very heavy duty. I don't feel like I'm going to break anything off of it. So then let's go on to the inside. You have your green suede collar on the bag. This kind of offers some stabilization, along with allowing that heft of it to fold down. I like how they line the collar of the bag. It kind of gives it a little bit more structure to the bag. As you can see, the bag just sits on its own. It doesn't fall. It's pretty sturdy that way. On the inside of the bag, you have your zip back pocket along with a zipper pull on that, and it is about the width of the bag, so your back pocket is quite big. It also has the leather frame around the zipper. You also have a slip pocket, and this is where I put my cell phone. On the front side of the pocket, you have front side of the bag, sorry, you have two slip pockets. These slip pockets I usually use for Kleenexes or gum, something I want to have easy access to. So I put that in there. And then also your key keeper. This kind of is like a silver gunmetal look. It doesn't really match the gold on the outside, but I wonder if it's just because that's what they had at the time. Anyway, so it's kind of a gunmetal color versus the brass. So that's it for the bag. That's the tour of my bag. I really love this leather. It's very smooth. When it came to me, it didn't have any things that I would be opposed to. There's no scratches or nicks or anything like that. It's pretty smooth. I can see that the bottom is a little grainy, but I'm okay with it. The thing that I have an issue with this bag, and I've noticed on other videos as well, is that it's kind of an awkward, unless you always hold your bag like this or by the handles, I feel as though this strap is a little awkward for me. And that's just for me. It's more of a shoulder bag, but I like things to drop down a little bit longer on my body versus right up against the armpit, if that makes sense. The other issue that I have with it is that I wish Dooney would have allowed it to be a crossbody. Lately I've been getting into crossbodies because they're just so much easier to work with. I like to carry water and then my phone in both, water in one hand and phone in the other. And so it's kind of hard to carry your bag at the same time with that. Unless you carry it in the crook of your arm, which is fine as well. But I kind of wish I've just been going toward the crossbody look. This particular strap is like double folded, so I kind of wish they would have allowed it to be a crossbody length. The only adjustments that you can make are right here, and that's either 1 inch shorter or 1 inch longer. No changes in the size really. I do like this strap. It's a nice heavy duty strap, but I look at the strap and I think how much wasted strap that they have, because it's just double and not allowing it to be a crossbody style. So you can remove this strap. What you would want to do is you want to just take it out of here, and then you would just remove it and make it, and then one idea that I had is that you can either switch out this strap with another strap that might accommodate for the length and the style that you would want. Okay, so in this part of the video, I'm just showing you how you remove the current strap off your bag. You want to take the stud out of the hole. Keep track of your belt loops. I call them belt loops, but I guess they're strap loops. And as you can see how long that strap actually is without doubling it. It is non-convertible, so you can't convert it to a crossbody length. So I want to show you an alternative that would be more suitable for you. What you will need from your local craft store is you'll need a leather strap. You can get these just sold by itself. It's 42 inches wide by 1.5 inches wide. You'll also need to find some swivel clasps. I think these are lobster claws, but I don't quite know what they call it. Just some purse hardware. Make sure that the finish matches the finish of your bag. Also, you will need some leather glue. This particular leather glue I used for these applications because I wanted to jazz up my strap. So on this other side, I put a Croco embossed green leather on the other side. So I kind of made it look a little fancier. This strap will kind of remind me of the guitar straps or camera straps that you see. You'll also need a marking pen. This comes in handy for a few things that I need to do. You'll need a leather hole punch. And one thing that I wanted to do really bad was to have a cheetah print style strap. So as you can see, and it's kind of hard to tell, but there is some whip stitching on it. So I used the leather hole punch to make my holes so that I can sew my little whip stitching. This is the needle. You want to make sure that the eye of the needle is wide enough for your leather lacing to fit inside. So it's generally make your holes and then you just sew it. Just kind of whip stitch it inside the holes. I place these marks about a 1/2 inch apart and a 1/4 inch up from the edge. So this particular strap kind of looks more like a boho chic or kind of like an artisan style strap. Here I am showing you how you can taper the ends in order to fit into your swivel hooks or swivel clasps. What you want to do is just mark 1 inch down, have your leather strip folded in half. This leather strip is 12 inches long, and I folded it in half to give it an extra 6 inches on both sides. So you just want to go 1 inch down from the fold and then a 1/4 inch in. And so that kind of makes it a little bit easier to fit inside the clasps. Here I'm making my markings, and I'm just needing to notch that triangle part out, and then once I get my markings on, I will take a rotary cutter along with my ruler and just kind of cut that out. So you just want to be careful that you don't cut into the other part of your strap that you might need. So just take it and cut the notches out, and once you're done, that should fit into your swivel hook. So just put that in, and as you can see, it fits. I'm sliding it in there, and then I'm going to take this particular piece and sew it onto the cheetah print strap that I made earlier. So it kind of gives it a little bit extra length. See how cool that looks? I thought it turned out pretty cool. I'll show you the finishing strap at the end. Here I'm just showing you where you will need to sew. You'll need to have an industrial sewing machine, or you may be able to sew it on a regular sewing machine if you take it slowly, or you can make some holes and then just do it by hand as well. So as you can see, this is kind of how it's going to look once I sew my cheetah print strap into that extra added piece. You will also, I guess, need a rotary cutter and a ruler. So this is how my strap turned out. I think it turned out pretty good. I like the kind of the brown that I used on there, and as you can see, these are my hooks and the hardware, and it matches pretty well to the bag itself. Just attach your strap onto the sides, and there you have it. A new kind of hipper look. I don't know if it's necessarily hip, but I kind of like it. I really like different textures, and I like different colors, and kind of I think it makes the bag pop a little bit more. So that's how I would wear it. I like crossbodies like I mentioned earlier, and it's kind of long, but I think it works. I think it works really well. So it gives you a little bit easy access to get into that bag. Again, I was just featuring the Florentine satchel with pockets. And again, I hope you enjoyed this video. See you again next time. Thanks for joining me.